It really feels like you're about to go fly this plane in that outfit.
I think they should let me.
I do not.
I feel qualified.
Yeah, right.
We're on a little winter getaway. We've just landed in Adelaide and our hotel room isn't ready yet because it's actually quite early. So the first thing we've done is we've come to this vineyard here. It's called Mount Lofty Ranges Vineyard and we're going to start with lunch.
And look at this. There's a little koala up in the tree. Wow, look at this place. How nice is that?
I know, it's beautiful. There's like a full vineyard out there.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that view.
This is really cool because we only drove like 40 minutes out of Adelaide sort of city and now we're here and it's a whole different landscape. Like it's just so filled with nature. I literally just saw a koala as I walked in here and they've just got really amazing fresh sustainable produce and really good wine. Cheers! We opted for mains and desserts because you know every meal needs a dessert. Ken and I really frequently travel to other countries and explore like Europe and Asia and everything, but I feel like neither of us really have explored that much of Australia. So this year, rather than like getting out of winter, we kind of decided to do a little bit of like cozy winter escapes and check out what Australia has to offer.
We lent into winter.
We lent into winter. Is that what you want me to say? It's like cold and a bit rainy out here, but in there you didn't feel that at all. It was so toasty and cozy.
Well, that fire in there was keeping everything warm.
Oh, it's such a vibe in there. It is packed. Every seat is full.
This is our little rental for the week.
Ethereal looking into the distance for you.
If you know I'm shooting B-roll, you blink slowly. It's
so
so
slowly.
Weird. It's so weird.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
It's good, right?
How beautiful. And look at the presentation. It's just incredible. So this is actually a 3-chef hat restaurant and we're staying in the same place. So it's super easy for us to just roll out of bed, pop on a bit of makeup and then come and eat in a spectacular place like this. So highly recommend.
Yeah. So we've got a load of different types of beetroot here. Even yellow ones. I've never even seen yellow beetroots before, but they taste really great. And then you dip it all in the labneh in the middle, which just makes it fantastic. So we went for lunch and had a huge 3-course meal. And then, 3 hours later, we sat down for dinner.
And that was a 4-course meal.
And then they brought out an extra starter for us and an extra main, just because the chef wanted to show us how good his food is. So I've had 3, 4...
We've had like
nearly
9
7 or 8 courses today. Oh,
I know.
We had to cancel dessert. We had to say to the waitress, "I'm so sorry, we just cannot physically eat any more food." She must think we're pigs.
I'm wearing like a tight bandage dress and I'm like, I can't fit anything out. I'm gonna cover it now with my coat.
I'm gonna jump straight in that bed and we will see you in about 8 hours. 10 AM in the morning right now and we've packed up, we've loaded up the car and we're now going to, what's it called?
Hahndorf. I'm really excited about this because this is actually a German settlement in Adelaide. So I think it looks like a really cute sort of 1800s German town where all the houses look like little gingerbread houses. Woher?
Geradeaus.
Geradeaus, genau.
Komm her, meine Liebling.
Komm her. Also ich bin eigentlich Deutsch. Ich war in Deutschland geboren und wohnte da, bis ich 8 Jahre alt war und dann sind wir nach Australien gezogen.
Und ich bin ein kleiner Schmetterling.
Genau.
So as you can see, there's some crazy fog happening right now, which has hindered my drone flying attempts today.
Neither of us have had breakfast yet and I'm very excited to see what Hahndorf has to offer. Do you reckon there'll be like spätzle and stuff there?
I don't know if it's like a German settlement as you think it is or whether it's Like, I don't think you're going to walk into like what looks like Shrek's little village in Adelaide. I don't know, I might be mistaken.
I honestly think so. I don't think anyone's going to speak English there.
No, I think that's completely wrong. It's, you think it's like Chinatown? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think it's like Hahndorf.
No, I'm saying like the equivalent. Like when you go to Chinatown in any major city, everyone is, you know, Asian or Chinese, and very few people speak the national language. They're all speaking Chinese, right? And all the restaurants are Chinese. Is that what you think Hahndorf is going to be the German version of?
I have no idea. I suspect there will be a lot of German business owners there. I suspect there's going to be like German eateries, like cafes and restaurants and stuff like that. And I think all the houses are going to be built in 1800s. Gingerbread, yes. I think all the houses are going to be built in 1800s style German townhouse.
I hope so, because otherwise if it's not, we have to cut this whole segment.
Don't worry, baby, I'll translate for you.
I think I'll be fine. Ich kann spreche sehr gut Deutsch. Danke very much.
Danke very much.
Danke, vielen Dank.
Vielen Dank. Yeah. Alright, you should be able to get around. I got to admit, Adelaide feels European.
Yeah, it does. I feel like I'm in like France or Germany. It doesn't feel like Australia at all. I really like it.
Yeah, it's really nice because it's got like the Australian wildlife. Like we saw a koala yesterday and everything, but then I really felt like we were like in the Swiss Alps having a wine type thing.
Welcome to Hahndorf.
Oh, here we are. Cool.
So I think we just drove past it.
Yeah, I think park anyway here. This seems to be.
Try and find Thomas Park.
See, look at these stone buildings. And you know what's weird? I feel like I'm dressed like my dad when we lived in Germany.
Well, I hope he didn't wear a bra like that. Can I pet him? Huh? Hi! Oh, is it a Groodle? Yes. Oh, you're beautiful.
This is so cute. I can't believe it. So my dad actually comes here quite a lot and he told us to check out the seasonal garden cafe. So neither of us have had breakfast yet, so I think we should go do that. Ooh. So maybe we have brekkie and then we go get a German beer. You gotta drive. Did you just order porridge? You're so cute.
Porridge is nice.
You're like the three bears.
I remember that's what my mum used to feed me when I was cold in England. I was like, yeah, that's probably a good choice. It warms you from within. They've got strawberries, actual porridge. Is it warm? Yes.
It's warm.
On the menu it said 1 spoonful of fruit compote. It's like the whole jar.
It's a generous spoonful. I told you this would look like a fairy tale.
It does look great, hey?
It does, and now the sun's come out. It's just gorgeous.
So both Pia's parents are extremely German, like super German accents. They love their German food and things like that. So Pia now wants to go and get a traditional German photo just to prove to them that we've been to Hahndorf. That was the first thing they told us to do. When we got here, they were like, you must go to Hahndorf. I was like, all right, cool, we're here. So this is the photo that Pia wants to get right now.
Cute.
Are you smiling?
Beautiful. That's it.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
So unfortunately that was it for our time in the Adelaide Hills, but I have well and truly fallen in love with it. The vibe there is just like unlike anything that I've seen in Australia before, and it's such a nice spot for a winter getaway. So we are going back to the airport now. We have to have a 15 kilo bag now.
So surprise, surprise, we haven't quite planned correctly for this trip, and the next part of the trip that we're doing, we're only allowed a 15 kilo bag, and Pia has bought 25, which is just great. So we've now got to go to the airport and try and find a locker, because I think there's airport lockers here where you can just like jam the 14 hair dryers that you don't really need into that thing.
Anyway, so we're going back to the airport, and I think we're getting on a smaller plane here because we're going to go to the Flinders Ranges, which I've heard a lot about. So I think this is going to be like get down into nature. It's Outback vibes, guys. Outback vibes. We've had to do a little bit of rejigging with our luggage, and we're going to leave some of our luggage here in lockers.
My legs are spread.
On the wrong side of this thing. But there's a gap right there, and he could have just walked.
My legs are spread at the maximum spreadness they'll go with these jeans.
Why did you go with a leg spread approach?
I can't go any lower. My bag's stuck. Can you help me?
What am I supposed
Babe,
to
there's
do?
people coming. This is really embarrassing for me. Pull me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I married this man.
Explorer. This is Josh, our pilot.
And we're walking in personally with our pilot because we're the only people on this flight. So we're now heading towards the Outback. This is the Flinders Ranges, and tomorrow we're going to go look at Lake Eyre, which apparently now has some water in it.
Yep.
Oh,
This is really the smallest plane I've ever been in.
yeah, for sure. It's literally a two-seater.
It's me and Pia, and the pilot. That's it. Wow, this is so cool.
Does it get hot in here or cold?
It's just like a car without aircon pretty well, so imagine that temperature.
Which is a cool 100 square miles in size.
Yes, and it's kind of on the heading towards the outback of South Australia. So you can see when you look outside, the ground has become like red, and it gets really hot, but then it also gets really cold. So I think tonight here will be in about 3 degrees or so.
And during the day it's up to like 20.
Right now it's beautiful.
And we've arrived.
We have. We've just arrived at the Aqaba Conservancy. So this was about a 5-hour drive from Adelaide. It took us about an hour and a half to fly here. And this is a huge piece of land. It's like 100 square miles?
100 square miles. It literally goes from like that mountain range over there, over to that one over there, to that one, to that one, to that one. Like it's as far as you can see.
Yeah, and this is like outback, so you've got a lot more of a dry territory. It used to actually be a sheep station, and now it's a complete conservancy. So all the wildlife on here is being looked after by the tourists. So this is a conservancy funded by tourism.
We've already seen like 25 kangaroos and some amazing birds.
Emus!
And emus, which I've never actually seen before.
I know, and so the cool thing is we literally just landed, our bags are still there, and now I think we're about to jump in this
Yep, we are.
and go for like an Australian wildlife safari.
Nighttime safari with mega security. Thank goodness there are no lions in Australia.
I know, I think you'll be fine with the emus.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm going to sit in the middle anyway, so if they're going to get anyone, it'll be you first.
So Kane had this great idea to start taking off the drone while we're in this safari vehicle, but he's gone too far from where he took off, so now the drone won't come any closer. So now he's gonna go chase it.
The same thing happened with Sam Calder, do you remember?
Yeah, on the cruise.
Yeah. I have never, I mean apart from the drone, experienced such silence.
I know.
This is amazing.
Isn't it beautiful? It feels so nice to be out here.
The other thing, the air feels clean.
Yeah. It's like crisp and clean, not too cold, but it just feels so refreshing.
I honestly cannot get over, like, this is what Earth should be like when man doesn't mess with it.
Exactly.
Like, the sky is as clear as it can be, the air is as fresh as it can be, and I'm here with a very noisy drone.
Check out this outlook. This is amazing. And the view's nice too. Look at this. Canapes. Nice. There he is. Ooh.
So we've got to the top of the mountain and Esther and Blythe have driven us up here. Blythe actually came up earlier and set this up for us. I would say this is like the best way to spend sunset.
Seriously, right?
It's cool, huh?
And everywhere you look around here is just, it looks like heaven. Look at that direction. It's like fairy floss.
Oh, it goes blue, purple, pink, peach, and then back to blue again. How is that even possible?
I have no idea. It looks amazing.
That just proves my flat earth theory.
No!
All right, let's eat this cheese, hey?
Cheers, baby.
Cheers.
A little gyro.
It is 6:45. It might look like it's light, but it's still sunrise, so we're going to drive up and try and find a better view for the sunrise this morning. How are you feeling?
Good, a bit nippy.
Yeah, what is the temperature this morning?
It's sitting at about 4 degrees, but it feels like 0.
I could see this through. I could wait another night. One more night, one more night. I could fight it through till the darkness turns to light. One more night, one more night.
Kicking off in Aqaba. We woke up early this morning and got the sunrise, so I hope you enjoyed that because that was an early start for us.
I've already just checked the footage and it's only actually 3 seconds of footage, so I hope you appreciate just how tired I am for that 3 seconds of footage.
And now we've come to an airstrip. We're about to jump on a little plane and we're going to go do a scenic plane ride over Lake Eyre, which is Australia's biggest salt lake.
Which I can't quite comprehend because I don't know where that salt's come from because we're nowhere near the ocean. But
yeah.
I never can comprehend stuff like that. But apparently it's normally completely dry, but because there's been a lot of flooding in Queensland, so now all that water has come down from Queensland and the lake has filled up, and apparently there are animals and plants everywhere as it's kind of flourished and blossomed, which is super cool.
Yeah, I think it should be really cool to look at. It's a huge lake.
Yeah, I don't even know how big it is yet, so I'm pretty excited to see. It really feels like you're about to go fly this plane in that outfit.
I think they should let me.
I do not.
I feel qualified.
Yeah, right.
After our simulator.
Actually, yeah, you probably could fly this plane. These are really easy to fly.
Would you risk your life as my passenger?
No, but I would 100% get in this. I've flown enough flight simulators that I could 100% with confidence get in this plane, take it off, fly it and land it.
Are you sure?
100%. There's not even, no, I'm not even laughing. Look at me. No smiles.
No smiles. Dead serious.
Dead set. I can fly this plane.
Well, I cannot, but I can take a photo in front of it and look cool.
That looks so nice. Okay, where do you want this photo?
I need an
Probably here.
Instagram photo.
Probably here.
Yeah?
I'm going to put this camera down. I'll grab your phone. Hang on. So we've now flown, I think, 4 hours north from Adelaide. So we're very close to the middle of Australia, which you'd imagine would be really hot, but actually it's quite cold because it's like wrong season. So we're at William Creek now and we're gonna have lunch. It should be a good meal. All right, we just gotta fuel the plane up, so we're just gonna push it into place. Ready?
Yep.
All right.
Such strength.
Right, that should do.
Perfect.
Nicely done.
Don't know if you can class that as driving a plane, but
I'm gonna
yes, you
call
can
that.
Basically.
I'm definitely gonna tell everyone I drove a plane now.
The clickbait should have been our plane broke down. And then you just have like you guys pushing it. Pretty pleased with yourself?
Oh, you know how it is when you gotta refuel your jet.
There's Kane over there helping park the plane. He honestly is having so much fun. I think he really wants to be a pilot. He asked the poor pilot like 10,000 questions about how he got started and what sort of fuel it takes and all that sort of stuff. My aviation man.
What can I say? Professional drone pilot, almost professional real pilot.
Just rolling it on
I've done
the
all my
floor.
groundwork. Now I've just got to learn to drive it. Sorry. I have to show you this. Right, we are in William Creek right now, and this is the population of this town. It was 15.
Yeah, what happened to 3?
We don't ask those questions.
Alright, let's roll. So we've just finished lunch in that really cute little old pub and they only have 2 meals there. You can choose a burger or fish and chips.
Yeah, no bells or whistles. You can't customize it, no nothing. I was actually scared to ask for ketchup.
I know.
I thought I was going to get in trouble, but luckily the waitress was English.
Because we're at least 200 kilometers from any other town and the population here is 12. So I think they have like a small general store, but I honestly don't know how they get
No, they don't have a general store. That is it. That's the pub.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the nearest place to buy chocolate is 200 kilometers that way or 212 kilometers that way. This is insane. Like, we are in the middle of nothing in Australia. This is really amazing.
It really is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the petrol station?
Yeah, I filmed it already. There's like one pump and I think you have to do it by hand.
It's got like a little tarp over the top of it.
It's great. As always in the middle of Australia, there are flies everywhere, which is a touch annoying, but it is what it is.
So we're heading back to the plane now. We're gonna fly back to Aqaba and we have like a scenic flight on the way home. So we'll see what we can find.
That was nuts. On the runway down there, there's a load of sheep. So as we came in, like, we had to kind of make sure that we didn't squash them when they wanted to run at the plane, which is a little bit weird, but thankfully we were okay.
That was so cool. Did you guys see the Murray Man? It's like this massive piece of artwork that's been etched into the floor. It's a drawing of an Indigenous man that's 2.7 kilometers from head to toe, and the actual like line that's been drawn is 28 kilometers.
And no one knows how it got there, so I'm going with aliens. I feel like we spent more time in the air than on land today.
Yeah, we did.
Well, that's the way it should be.
That's always a good day, you're right.
Back to Aqaba. So when you stay at the Aqaba homestead, it's really interesting because it's like a tight little close-knit family, because you immediately get to know all the staff and all the other guests because you have meal times together. So you have breakfast together and you come and join together for lunch again, and then you do your activities, and then you'll have dinner together. So within a couple of days, we've really made friends with everyone here.
And there's also no TV, no internet, and no news or newspapers here. So we are completely away from everything that we had in the city, which is really nice. It's a really good way to detox your brain. Thanks so much for everything.
Oh, that's alright.
That's great.
I've done very little.
We'll hopefully come back and see you again soon.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Measly snuggle time.
But what have we got to do first? Don't forget.
Go get my bag from the locker.
Yeah.
We set like 10 reminders to our phones to make sure we didn't forget the bag that we'd locked up.
And we have our bags.
Success! We're ready to rumble. So we're about to jump on the flight back to Sydney, so that ends our little South Australia vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave us a cheeky little like. Ding, ding. And make sure you subscribe because we make these vlogs all the time, and we will see you in the next one.